The following modules were developed as a community service in partnership between the Unified Government of Wyandotte County and the Housing and Credit Counseling, Inc. of Topeka, Kansas, HCCI. A series of 6 modules were developed by HCCI to address frequent and regular community issues that arise in the landlord-tenant arena. The 6 module topics include leases, security deposits, notices, evictions, move-in and move-out inspections, and renters' rights. All information discussed in the Landlord Tenant Modules can be referenced in the Kansas Residential Landlord and Tenant Act, or the KRLTA. To learn more about HCCI and HCCI services, including landlord-tenant information, publication and forms, or if you need to speak to a landlord and tenant counselor, please call 785-234-0217 or go to www.hcci-ks.org. Module 5, Move-in and Move-out Inspections. All HCC tenant landlord counseling information, materials, and forms are rooted in the Kansas Residential Landlord and Tenant Act, or the KRLTA, reference KSA 58-2540. Move-in and move-out inspection language can be found in Statute KSA 58-2548, Inventory of Premises by Landlord and Tenant. When individuals start searching for a place to rent, certain considerations are made. Specifically, when you have found a place and decide you want to view the rental, arrangements must be made with the landlord to view the rental, to go see the rental. But once you see the rental and decide that yes, you do want to take it, there are certain steps that will be required. Under KSA 58-2548, move-in and move-out inspections are discussed. Inspections. When should an inspection be performed? How often can a landlord inspect his or her rental? And can a landlord enter the rental unit anytime they want? Under 58-2548, move-in inspections, landlord and tenants are to do it together within 5 days of moving. Once you move in, 5 days after you move in, landlord and tenants need to do a move-in inspection. It is a written record that both have to sign and both have to keep a copy. The move-in inspection is a snapshot of what the unit looks like at the beginning of tenancy. This snapshot protects both landlord and tenant because this snapshot can be used when the agreement is over, when the tenancy is over. This snapshot can be used to determine damages when tenant vacates. When people moving into a new place for whatever reason, we forget to document their move-in inspection. A lot of times we're happy to move in, got a new place, we forget that we have some business to take care of, our move-in inspection, and document it. Again, per KSA 58-2548, within 5 days of the initial date of occupancy or upon delivery of possession of, the landlord or his representative and the tenant shall jointly inventory the premises. During the move-in inspection, you will make a written record detailing the condition of the premises. Like, how does the rug look? We got holes in the walls. Is there leaky faucets? All of this should be recorded in your move-in inspection document, including the furnishings or appliances. All of that shall be completed. If it's a furnished apartment, you have to look at the condition of the furniture. And you have to look at the condition of the appliances. You don't want landlords at the end of tenancy to come back and say, well, you broke this, you used this, you burned this, you put a hole in this, all of that. If there's existing holes, burns, etc., should be recorded in your written move-in inspection document. What should you be looking for? Under the condition of the premises, all this has to be done before occupancy. HCCI always encourages people to document, document, document. You need to document any and all issues that you encounter during your move-in inspection that may be charged back to you when you move out of your rental. This includes room conditions. Also checking the outside of your rental. Are you going to be responsible for the upkeep of the outside of your rental, or is that the landlord's responsibility? As you're doing your move-in inspection, do you notice any noticeable wear or tear, damage, or bad condition to the outside of your rental you should note on your inspection list? For instance, the entryways. What do they look like? Do you see any scratches to the doorway, any loose framework, faulty locks, any of that you should be documented on your move-in inspection? What about the living room? How does your living room look? Is there holes in the walls? People hanging pictures? TV support braces? Shelving? Any kind of holes like that? What about the flooring? Does the carpet have stains? Do you have wood flooring damage? Any part of the floor damaged? Scratches? What have you? Make sure you take a good long look and document all you find. This includes the dining area, the floors, the walls, outlets. Do all your outlets work properly? What about your kitchen? Do the faucet spouts leak? Are the faucet handles strong? Are they loose? Do they leak? What about your garbage disposal? Do a thorough check of cabinetry. Any broken or loose cabinet doors? What about the shelving? Is everything in place and solid? Sliding doors are supposed to slide. Do they slide? Are they loose? Are they faulty? What about electrical outlets? Do all electrical outlets work? Move on to your bedrooms. Inventory all bedrooms separately and make separate notes for each bedroom. Like, for instance, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, etc. Again, look for damages, wear and tear beyond normal wear and tear. Electrical problems, look for those electrical outlets that may or may not be working. Any stains on the roof that would signal leakage? Look in the closets, the shelving, the hanging bars, the holes in the walls. All this information should be on your move-in inspection list. Some apartments or places may have other areas that you may need to check. Make sure you record and document any damages, any spots that are excessively dirty, any worn carpets, anything of that nature. As small as you may think it may be, make a note of that on your move-in inspection list. Furniture, if you're getting a furnished apartment, furniture items require close inspection. Determine condition of divans, sofas, armchairs. These may be difficult to assess, as torn fabric wear and tear merit documenting and are necessary for your inspection list. there's beds in your furnished apartment, equally difficult to assess, but make notes as best you can as to the condition of the beds. Also, kitchen tables at first glance may appear okay, but they may have faulty legs, they might have scratches, could be peeling, who knows. All should be noted in your inspection list. Appliances are very important for an apartment. You need to know if your furnace and heater works. Will your furnace, your heater, maintain a 68-degree environment in your rental during the winter? Some statute ordinances in cities require at least a 68-degree threshold to be maintained in all apartments. What about AC? Does your AC work in your apartment? Your refrigerator, very important that it meets cooling standards. You don't want your food going bad because your refrigerator does not put out enough cooling. Again, your appliances, all your appliances are important and they must work properly. Plug them in, turn them on and off, try them out. Once you've completed your walk-in and you're satisfied that you have covered all your bases, under KSA 582548, duplicate copies of the record shall be signed by both landlord and tenant as an indication that the inventory was completed. We talked about walk-in inspections. What about walk-out inspection? Is there any requirement for that under Kansas statute? No. There is no language in Kansas Residential Landlord and Tenant Act that requires a final walkout inspection. Even so, both landlords and tenants are encouraged to do a walkout inspection, either independently or jointly. Do a walkout inspection. Walk-in and walkout inspections are very important for the tenant and the landlord as they provide solid documentation if in fact there is any kind of issues or disagreements between landlords and tenants at the end of tenancy. Under KSA 582550C, if the landlord wrongfully withholds the deposit, the tenant may recover all or part of the deposit plus 1 1/2 times in damages. Again, the move-in, move-out inspection, the deposits come into play because the landlord may say there's damages beyond normal wear and tear and I'm going to keep your deposit. At this point, the tenant does have the right to go to small claims or limited actions and try to recover his deposit back. Included in statute is language that allows tenants to not only get their deposit back, but 1 1/2 times in damages. The process that's involved includes filing with small claims court or limited actions. In this venue, there is a $4,000 limit that they will hear. For money or recovery of property, there's self-representation. Usually attorneys are not involved. They can be, but they are not required. Filing fees are required and may be waived with poverty affidavit. Person has a limit of 20 claims per year, and you must file in district court in the county of rental unit. If you have questions regarding move-in, move-out inspection, please call the Housing and Credit Counseling Incorporated in Topeka at 785-234-0217 or visit our website at www.hcci-ks.org. Any questions that you may have regarding notices and the number of notices and where and when, please call the Housing and Credit Counseling Incorporated at 785-234-0217 or go to our website at www.hcci-ks.org.